Hope everyone's enjoying a Saturday evening. Welcome to Wizards Outlook. We got Raymond Lyons here, Cardo Dudley Jr., and Wilson Tarpey Jr. The Washington Wizards. How about that? Haven't typed this in here in quite a while. Last time we talked to you, we were just talking about this streak and the horrificness of it. But Ray, we'll start with you. The Washington Wizards survived a hellacious game from Nikola Jokic to snap their losing streak with a 122-113 win. We'll start with you, Ray, and then Cardell.
Yeah, hell of a game from Jokic. And in that third quarter, he just he went into anybody but them mode. But it wasn't enough. The Wizards able to hold on. I mean, good things happen when you actually try and give a damn. You know, this was the best defensive effort we've seen from him in the last 18 games. Just to be perfectly honest. And offensively, Jordan Poole, he was just on the heater. But other than that, Champagny, he brought a lot of energy, and he was doing a lot of good things. His off the ball movement, his cutting and slashing, and then guys finding him. I think he brought a different element to the team, being in the starting lineup tonight. They still got up a lot of threes. 41 is a lot, but they happen to make them tonight. So that's a positive. But overall, it just a good team effort, man. Turnover's still a little high, but you know, yeah, it's much more than we could hope for coming into this with the way they've been playing. This is the most functional they looked on both ends in a very long time. So yeah, just good game tonight. They said on the broadcast, Jokic is basically going to do what he does, but you got to limit the others. Westbrook flirted with a triple double, but really nobody else had that huge of an impact on the game. Julian Strother, he had a pretty good game, 18 points, three rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 7 of 13 from the field. Christian Brown, 7-14 from the field, 14 points. But overall they kept guys in check. Mike Porter Jr. had an offshoot night. But yeah, man, it's just they look just much more in tune, especially defensively. And we always say what they do on that end dictates how the game goes. And yeah, like the last time I can say they had a strong defensive effort was last game I can even start to think of was against the Celtics. They lost that game, but they were in it the entire time. But yeah, other than that, they look clueless on that end, and the final scores reflected it. So yeah, it's just good to see them get one back in the win column.
Cardell.
Finally a win. Finally a win, man. They withstood the Jokic hurricane because it was damn sure coming. Especially, I don't think people understand the damage he did in the third quarter, man. 23-8 in a quarter. Yeah, 23-8 in the quarter. That's a good game for most bigs. You can take that. Like, hell yeah, I was hooping. That was a quarter. But uncharacteristic things with the Nuggets. And I want to applaud the Wizards because they withstood it. Every time the Nuggets went on a run, got it close, they answered. They answered the bell, especially in the fourth where Valanciunas was hitting pull-ups. Champagny was hitting layups. Poole was getting shots. It was by committee to kind of just keep them in front. And the Nuggets got close. But it's uncharacteristic of them because they look like the Wizards in the fourth quarter, how the Wizards been looking in previous games. And what I mean by that is they just settled for a lot of threes. They settled for a lot of threes. They shot 2 of 13 from 3 in the fourth quarter. Like, with Jokic killing. Post that big boy up and go to work, bro. And I understand sometimes he was kicking it out for a couple threes and Strother made one. And then he made the other. That was it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people understand with the 3-point. It look good when it goes in, but if you like a Michael Porter or something, you 0 for 5 for the game, or you're a big wing that they rely on for defense and rebounding. It takes you out of that. It's hard to rebound when you're taking threes and and you're missing, because when you miss, it always goes long, and then it's hard to get your defense on point. So you're always in a compromising position, and that's why it looks like a track meet all the time. And then it just comes down to who eventually going to start to hit them. But that's bad basketball a lot of times. And I was just watching the fourth. I'm like, he's rolling. Slow this joint down, get it to him in the post. Worst case scenario, he gets to the free throw line. That's what. But that ain't the Wizards' problem. The Wizards were 1 for 7, but guess what? They was 10 for 23. You know what I'm saying? They found other ways to score, 2 or 3 in the fourth, and they out rebounded the Nuggets 16-13 when you knew they was trying to come back. They was down there fighting. You see what I'm saying? So credit to the Wizards, man. Short-handed. That's what makes this loss even more glaring. And knowing Mike Malone, Jim Couch fam, all that, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, bro. Like it's gonna be bad, man, because they're trying to right the ship and they lost to the Wizards. Fine, but let the Wizards be full strength. Then you can explain that. They missing a lot of key guys and they beat y'all. You know, and that's just hurt. But you look, man, I'm glad the Wizards didn't break the streak. You know, I mean, my fault. Set this the losing streak. Set the record for the losing streak. They don't do. No one deserves to be on that list. No one. I'm sure no one wants to be on that in the record book for that. Jordan Poole was amazing, hitting shot after shot. This 23 pointers, goddamn. Whew. But he hit almost half. Yeah, he hit almost half. So you just live with it. But damn. That's a lot of 3 pointers. That's a lot, dog. That's a lot, man. Even Steph probably like, man, okay. You know what I'm saying? But he hit him, so you can't knock it. Had 8 assists too. Turnovers almost cost him, man, but they held on. Valanciunas, he came to work. He earned his paycheck today. Because if he don't show up and play, look what Jokic did when he did show up to play. It would have been that much more worse. And you know, shout out to Marvin Bagley. He was fighting for his life down there. When you look, that reminded me of the Gafford days, man. He was down there fighting for his life, dog. You see how frustrated he got. Man, my man, and you know, he had 15 minutes, man, and got 4 fouls. And it's just like, he like, dog, what y'all want me to do? And like, man, don't even get frustrated. He does it to everybody. You know, that's why he's the best player in the game, man. But I think all the young guys stepped up and contributed in different ways to try to right the ship. And that's the one thing I like about these young guys on the Wizards, man. They compete. They when they on the floor, they give you everything they got. They may not execute well, they may not make shots or whatnot, but they it's one thing that's been consistent is effort. And over the last few years, that hasn't always been the case, and we all know that. So that's encouraging. That shows that there is professionalism, and that shows they have heart. You know what I'm saying? And those are the signs of trying to build this culture back up where it should be. You know what I'm saying? Justin Champagny, Jim Couch alum, you know, shout out to him. He was huge, 23-8, and on the back-to-back because he played in the go-go game last night. So, you know, that's tough. You know, even Jerry Butler, like, they weren't even supposed to play today, but guys were out. So, hey, you got to come. You got to come. And they came and they contributed, like Jerry Butler, even off the bench, 12 points, 4 assists. It was a total team effort. Bilal Coulibaly didn't score like he was 2 for 9, but his defense was crazy. 4 steals, 3 blocks, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. And that's why it's important to be a unified unit so you could try to change this thing around, man, because it's going to take a lot of work to get this thing back on track where it's winning involved, man. But, you know, this was a wild game in many ways, but, you know, it's a step in the right direction, man. You needed to get this. Now they go woosah, and they ain't going to be in the record books for, you know, the most losses in a row ever in Wizards franchise history. Problem is they got a back-to-back, and I'm pretty sure Ja Morant was at home watching like, all right, yeah, they're going to be tired too. I'm at their heads tomorrow. So we're going to see how they handle that tomorrow. Hopefully they get some bodies back. If not, the young boys got to be ready to go again, man, because you look, man, you 19, 20, 21 years old, you don't get tired. So you got to be ready to play, especially when you're still trying to prove yourself, man. But all in all, hell of a win, man. And way to weather the storm, man, because with Jokic, the stuff he was on tonight, the time he was on tonight, it would have broke most teams. They'd have just been like, yo, they gave him the win, but they didn't. So, respect to them, man.
Yeah, if anybody was wondering the value of acquiring one Jonas Valanciunas, you don't survive this game without that man being here. Regardless of what Poole did, you do not survive this game without this man. Every other big on this team fouled out. Again, it's not a knock on Bagley. Fighting for his life. You add 3 more minutes to that, that's easily 2 more fouls. There's a reason he has 3 MVPs. It's not an answer for him currently in the league. You can limit the others. Him, totally different thing to deal with in entirety, but hell of a job by Valanciunas because Jokic punishes people physically. I don't think people realize how much damage he puts on people physically, and then you got to think about the shape he's in because he's pushing that thing after they get stops. Like, he's doing a lot out there. And I know that got to be the last thing you want to see if you're Valanciunas, dude goes out, comes back in, pushing a rock full court, getting ready to post up on the move. But last thing you don't feel like dealing with that. But those short jumpers by JV, huge, steadying the ship down the stretch. Huge. I know some of y'all with them shots don't matter. They saved the Wizards tonight, though. Each and every one of them elbow jumpers.
Yeah, huge. And the big boys.
Yeah, every single one of them. Same spot from that elbow, too. Wore that right block off. They needed it. They needed every bit of it. The 5 blocks. He was huge. All the cutting Denver does off the hub, a.k.a. Jokic. Like, big blocks for JV. And, obviously with Sar out, Bagley was kind of the only other big, as far as size goes, available tonight. Hell of a shift from JV tonight. You talk about Poole, yeah. When I came in here, first thing I mentioned the rate was 23 pointers. Like, I knew what the point total was, but watching, I don't look at the stats until we come in here and I'm about to type them up. I say 23 pointers. Damn.
Hey, man.
However, you go 9 and 20, I can't really say anything to you. So I'm not gonna say anything. Great shooting.
What you thinking?
I'm thinking a lot of things, but I can't say anything. But the best thing to do is I can't say anything if you shoot damn near 50%.
Yeah.
You shot high 40s and take it at that volume. I don't have to like it, but I can't get mad at you.
Yeah.
I can't get mad at you. And your team needed each and every single one of those wild behind threes that you took tonight. But the 8 assists, the 5 boards, he's still been. I want to continue to give him credit. Just as easy as people did last year when things wasn't going. There's yet to be a game in which he has not competed on the defensive end. I want to continue to give him credit for that, regardless of what's going on with his shot. So credit Jordan Poole for that. The 6 turnovers, like you said, far too much, obviously. But again, credit to them for fighting on the glass, man. You had to in this one. The way Denver plays, everyone's crashing the glass over there because where Jokic is on the court is not like he's sitting underneath the basket. When shots go up at all times, dude's pulling the strings, running the show. Champagne was everything tonight. I'm sure it's going to become a dumb question that might be the answer when we get, player game X Factor, whatever, later on. But hell of a game from him. And like you said, to throw in the fact that I think Johnny Davis and it was Jared Butler and Johnny Davis with the double duty. Shout out to them from a professionalism standpoint. Way to answer the bell. Each and every one of them came into this game and contributed. You played for the Go-Go last night and came in tonight. Here's 37 minutes.
It's your job, bro. It's your job to hoop. You get the call. That's what real hoopers do. Yo, what I need? I don't even need a jersey where I need to be at. The check gonna be in them. The check's in the account anywhere. It's a direct deposit. That's part of being a professional. You show up to work. And before we get on, dog, the Nuggets, they haven't been the same since they let some of them free agents go from the championship years.
It broke them.
Get Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, and Contavious Caldwell-Pope last year. That it is glaring is glaring, man. And I don't know what I don't have the information with me as far as the tax. You know, the tax aprons. That's what's like a lot of people like, why y'all making certain moves or why aren't you making moves? Is that tax apron? I advise you, NBA fans, go study it. There's some heavy penalties if you go over those tax limits. Like it gets set teams back years. So you gotta go back. You gotta study that. You gotta be aware of what's going on before you just look at the team and like, why aren't they doing anything or why did they make this move? But they're not the same, man. It's just I don't know if it. And it's hard to say they're young because Braun and them been on the team for a while. You know, it's Peyton Watson. They've been around for a while. They were the young boys when they won the championship. They were like in their rookie year and stuff. It's just, hey man, they look people around the league and try to downplay it all you want. Experience is experience, and you can't get experience without experience. Like you gotta go through the fire to get it, and that know-how. It's everything, man. It's everything, dog. Like it's everything, bro. Because like with those three I just mentioned, Jeff Green, Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, if they're on the floor tonight, Wizards don't have a chance. No disrespect. Ain't no way in hell. And they're not 11-10 now or whatever their record is now. They're not that. They're still competing for a championship. So, nah, man. We've seen it happen way too often in our lifetime where teams, they either win or they're right there and they let key free agents go away and they don't. And it takes years, sometimes decades for them to recover. Like, think about it. Dallas, this is the first time they made the finals earlier this year, last season, since they blew up the team in 2011 when they beat the Heat. You know what I'm saying? So chemistry is everything, man. You got a good roster. You got to try to keep that intact. But I understand business is business and money is money, man. You know, so but they got some big question marks on that team.
Yeah. I mean,
just let me ask y'all. Take the Jokers off that team. What are they?
The Wizards.
Come on, yeah.
All right, you know.
Yeah. You might be looking up at them.
There you go.
Like, just being completely honest, like they're in purgatory without that dude. Like, he's everything.
So for all you people out there that think the NBA is just trying to push this international thing to make Luka and Jokic the face of the league, them motherfuckers are nice. They are nice. Y'all gotta cut that out. Like, I've been saying Jokic is the best big man and stuff years ago, dog. I mean, that dude is nice, man. Like, trying to picture yourself trying to stop that dude. You can't double him. Even because if you double him, other people gonna get 30. Easy. And then if you defend him single coverage, 56. And yes, he's not the best athlete, but he's so sharp. It's like Larry Bird defense. He understands how to play ideal team defense. He has active hands. He's sharp. He baits you. He's playing chess out there. So that saves him and overcompensates for the lack of athleticism. So he's actually good on defense. So because you notice, I mean, Valanciunas, the only shot he was able to get was the mid range, and I think Jokic was okay. Go ahead and take those. You going look cool? That's fine. But what's not gonna happen? You ain't gonna get easy baskets, and the dude rolling ain't gonna get easy baskets. I just rather live with that. That's being smart. Because he like eventually I'm gonna wear you out. Eventually, you having to guard me, your legs gonna get tired, and the mid range jumper's gonna come up short. Dog, it's the game within the game, man. You know, see what I'm saying? So. Nah, man, that dude is cold, and don't please. I hate when they put the race thing into it. Dog, just give the man credit. The same credit y'all be trying to give other players who I won't name because I don't even feel like getting that into it. How they make people better around, like dog. Look, make the people around them better and all this. Look, why isn't it crying for Jokic to get help? But we're not gonna get into that petty stuff. My thing is, that's all I'm saying. The boy nice, the best player in the game, man. And if you don't believe that, think about it. He 2 assists short of a triple-double, and then ain't even his fault. He was hitting dudes wide open all night, especially in the fourth quarter. They just couldn't hit shots.
But you want to know what? Think about everybody that you named that they're missing. All of them for the various things that they brought to the table. They caught and shot the ball well.
And they defended well. So Jordan Poole might not be 9 for 20 from 3.
KCP and Bruce out there, like,
Nah,
and then even tonight, like, if we're talking about what they lost, they literally can't survive the non-Aaron Gordon nights.
That's the other one.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And it made it pop in my head when you were talking about how he was defending JV. Usually there's stuff he doesn't have to worry about because he's paired with an athletic marvel. That's what he's paired with. They put somebody for every deficiency Jokic has athletically. The other dude has it tenfold. Wasn't out there tonight. And AG does a lot of stuff to stress defenses that people don't give him credit for. But yeah, man, just hell of a game by him. As you said, every point fully agree with. Please take time to appreciate what this dude is. And he deserved every one of them freaking awards. Whoever is trying to wrap their mind around it, y'all gotta let that go. And yeah, maybe the campaign should be somebody who actually needs help.
He's a bad month.
Like,
he's a bad, like, Steph is the dude, like, head up. I'm talking about me personally defending. He would be the toughest. But team-wise, it's Jokic, dog, because, like, every team, it's always, like, 1 or 2 lazy defenders. You can't be lazy. You can't be lazy with him. It's going to be bad, man. And he
won't go to sleep. It's a layup.
He will continuously try to test, you late? Oh, boom, here you go. Keep eating. You're going to keep going there. And it's going to be bad. Then eventually y'all going to be arguing, like, dog, do something. And that's what he wants. And then he going to finish you off, bro. Like, he stretches your defense like no other, man. And if you're not on the string for a full 48, you have no chance. Or you got to hit a lot of big shots like the Wizards did tonight. And I'm going to give them credit. They also play sound defense for the most part as well, man. Like, that's what I mean. Like, their will didn't get broken when that hurricane came in the third quarter with 23. Boy scored 23 and 8 in the quarter. Goddamn.
That's a good night. You know what I'm saying? You walk away like, I cooked tonight. He did that in the third. He was
trying to end the game right there, but they ain't going nowhere. He's like, you see, he was tired. Mike Malone had to wrestle. Like, all right, dog, come and get a little few minutes. Then we're going to go for it again.
And credit Washington for not falling off the cliff in the non-Joker minutes, because that would have lost the game. Especially with how bad the Nuggets are when he's off the floor. You can't lose those minutes. Right? You can't lose those minutes. But player of the game for you guys.
Jordan Poole. I got it.
You know, go like, dog.
I know
he lost, man, but dog, he was there, dog.
It's the Wizards, man. I know how you feel, and I get you.
He do it to everybody, though. That's the thing. He's literally averaging a triple-double in this one season.
I'm just saying, Jordan Poole was able to respond in some way, at least. Like, if he don't have an out-of-body experience, then yeah, this a wrap, man.
Bro,
56-16 he destroyed them, man.
No, 56-16-8, bro. You understand me?
And then I told y'all,
I might have to Jerry West it. I got Jerry West it, dog. Like, I can't no. I got Jerry West it, dog. Look, you gotta give me, you know. If it was like 30-10 and 9, that's average. All right, Jordan. My bad, Jordan. Hell of a game, but dog. Jordan can't even hate on that. He saw it. Hey, let's keep it real. There's a reason why he shot 23s. He ain't want Joe get touching him up.
56-16-8. He had 7 of the team, 16 offensive rebounds.
No, 57 from the field, 60% from 3. Missed 4 free throws and whatnot, but that's dog.
Also, as many threes as he created, he hit the most.
No, come on, like That ain't the average game. If it was an average game, yeah.
A man went double nickel plus one. All right, X Factor.
I'm gonna go with Champagny.
Yeah, for sure.
Champagny. That's 23-8. And yeah, and in the starting role. You see what I'm saying? So I know what he could do, but I'm not sure they were expecting that. I mean, matter of fact, I doubt they were expecting that. Like 23-8. Like give us like a good 15-5 and we cool with that. Something like that. 23-8, that's big time. You know what I'm saying? Especially considering he was going against a defender, and Watson, Michael Porter Jr., who's a champion and stuff like that. And he hit individually, he had a back-to-back because he played in the go-go game last night, but he came ready to play, being a professional, man. And you could just tell it was a lot thrown at him because I'm pretty sure he wasn't anticipating to play today, but he had to, and he performed, and they stopped the losing streak. So you got to give it to him, man, because his 23. Jordan Poole can explode. You understand that. Valanciunas can give you 20 or 12. We've done seen it plenty of times. Like Bub, 10-64, Jared Butler, 12. Those are games they're capable of having. The 23-8. That's something different, and they needed all of that to win this game. So you got to give it to them.
Ray, I think you were in agreement. Did you have anything to add with Champagny's performance?
Oh no, yeah, I total agreement. Like that's big time. Starting when the Wizards shorthanded, and you come in and give that type of effort and punch, like I think his energy really infected the rest of the team. To be perfectly honest, because they usually come out flat. And tonight they won the first quarter, 36-29, and he had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, they're 23. A lot. I thought he did a great job just moving without the ball, making himself available for those guys at night. It's a lot of times through however many games we watch this season, at times folks get stuck with the ball in weird spots, and he kept making himself available for nice cuts, timely cuts. I know JV found him several times. Some other folks found him. And then the 2 steals and 2 blocks, contributing on both ends. So gotta love that. All right, we got a couple comments, so get out of here. Just reminders. This is the second part of a 3-game homestand. They got Memphis tomorrow. I think Memphis is up in Boston trying to hold the Celtics off. But we'll start with the first comment. Blizzy Baby had the first few. Love what the Wizards did as a team. Shout out to JV, JP, and Champagny. I wish we could play like this consistently, or probably wouldn't be as bad. Talk about our record, probably wouldn't be as bad.
I explained last show why it is what it is, man.
Michael Kirksey popped in. What's going on? Great bump. Joker the best big. No debate. No arguments here.
I've been saying that for years, man.
Anthony Tony. So expect some tomfoolery here. First, let's go. The tomfoolery begins here. Obvious, we're trolling. Not to be taken serious. We'll start Champagny over Bilal. Let's enjoy this quick high because it's going to be a rough December. So off of the tomfoolery, back to reality. We see you, Anthony, mixing it up. Wiz fans on Twitter believe we can't get a first round pick for JV. I beg to differ. What do y'all think?
They better at least get that.
I mean, they're in a tough spot because I don't think he has a contract year next year. I think this is it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's after the season is up. So they're gonna have to try to do something. But it's going to be tough because teams know, I mean, he can leave for nothing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure teams are, betting on that. A first rounder that it's going to be tough to get that. I'm just being honest. They're going to have to work a miracle to get that, especially if it's a contender, man, because, contenders normally don't have a lot of first round picks, or they picking at the end of the first round anyway. And I think that's probably where they're going to try to, I think that's what his preference is, because it don't make sense to go to another lottery team. He's already on one. So he's going to look to try to get to a contender. And I think he definitely can help, you know what I'm saying? Like saying it for years, you have no chance if you don't have bigs. Like for instance, I know he's within the conference, but Mitchell Robinson injury history, what if you get him up to New York and help with Karl Anthony Towns? That changes a lot for them. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, you got to deal with the Giannis's and, you know, the Bucks that's figuring it out. Brook Lopez, Bam, Cleveland, whenever Embiid decide to play, you know, see what I'm saying? It's just, you got to go through the bigs. It's no question about it. You got to go through the bigs. So I just don't know if they can get a first. And even if they do, it's going to be somewhere late. They like, okay, if they trade him, it's going to have to be somebody else valuable to get a high first round pick.
All right, quick update with the JV contract. The Wiz, after the Wiz acquired him, and signed him to a 3-year, $30 million contract. So if they trade him, they'd have 2 more years on a deal.
Okay.
So there's a little bit more incentive for the team whatever team that would like to get him. You'd have him for another 2 years. He would hit free agency in 2027.
Nice.
Yep.
Malcolm Brogdon is the one where his contract is up, right?
I will double check for you right now. But yeah, for JV, there's a lot of teams that would love that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Brogdon's after this year. He's free agency after this year.
He's the one I was thinking about. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just on – no, man, I'm not going to be petty. don't trade him out west, man. Come on, dog. Don't do that.
Hey, dog, don't go fix one of them contenders. Like I'm gonna say it. Don't go fix one of the broken teams in the West. Don't be that guy.
If you're gonna send them out, man, send them to a nice team like Golden State or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's gonna be a California team, Golden State, not Hollywood, you know.
All right, then the last one. Sorry, might try to shoot the same amount of threes as JP in his first game back. We went from seriousness back to unseriousness, Anthony Tony, ending his time with us as always.
Bro, he ain't even brave enough to try that. We would not see him for a while. Like they eyeing the first pick, but don't be a habitual line stepper with it, dog. Like, come on, man. Like, calm down, bro.
Oh man, but again, good win for the Wizards. Credit them for halting this horrific losing streak that they were on. That's it. You know, this feeling lasts for however long. You got John Company coming into the building tomorrow. We don't care about your streak, and we probably would be happy to help you start a new one. So you got an opportunity.
What you say about Jordan Poole having effort defensively? You better have that John tomorrow too.
Oh man. I
don't want to hear that. On top, you can't afford that. I don't care.
Nah. Oh no, you want to talk about not caring?
I don't care.
Gonna be made an example out of. Be on it. Lock in. Don't be that guy. He's getting commercials back now. You don't need to be a part of it. Don't be that guy. But again, congrats to the Wizards tonight for taking care of business, and we'll check in with you guys tomorrow night after they take on the Memphis Grizzlies.